That's more like it. The Oilers pulling off the big 6-2 victory over the New York Rangers, just like we all predicted. Welcome to the GCL Diesel Oil Street postgame show, live on location at Kelly's Pub, part of Winterval, as we wind things down here on 104th Street. Tom Gazzola, Shawn, Belle, Hernan, Salas back at EST HQ as the Edmonton Oilers pull off a big victory and fulfill a lot of things that Belzy was looking for during Game Changers on the pregame show. Get in the text line, 780-218-9999. Get into the nasty chat if you're watching on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really hope people are staying warm because it is chilly out there.
It's freezing outside.
We walked 2 blocks. And
don't want to do that again.
We don't want to do that again. I got to haul all this gear back to my place after this. So, Matthew and Wanek, feel free to stop by and walk with me back to the building. I'm kidding.
No,
of course.
He's not, Natty.
No, I'm not. I'm being serious. GCL Diesel, by the way, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. We're going to see this place get packed, by the way. Heard Jared from Modern Measure is going to come by. Combine crew and Big Uke are here. It's going to be a good night. DVD from AHL.com will stop by. We have an extra mic. He can come on for a few minutes. And then Reed Wilkins, when he works the room, will also join us as well. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing right now because in the nasty chat, I'm getting grinded already. Boom Boom? I was 0-2 in my predictions in Alberta. Terrible. I was over 70%, but that's fine. Don't worry about it.
2 for 2 right here.
You know what? It is what it is. Scotty knows. The rest of it, dialed in.
Belzy's in a good mood. We're in a good mood. Kelly's is a good vibe. Come on down if you're downtown. Come say hi. A bunch of nasties going to be here. I saw a Teef. I introduced Wheels to. Yeah, he was at the game. He was ready to go. I said, security, get this man out of here. I wish they did. He's a menace. I'm kidding.
I'm leaving my comments alone at this point.
I'm kidding.
Do not let your intrusive thoughts win.
Yeah, great to see you, Teef. All right, let's get the Latino heat on here. He's going to be like the Latino kind of like not muy caliente, like light. Well, how do you say it? Do it in Spanish. It's not the heat. It's the suave, Latino maybe? Lukewarm. Suave.
Lukewarm.
Yeah, you could be suave.
Latino suave.
He's happy. You're happy tonight.
I picked him to win. I said they're getting a break with Jonathan Quick going in the net. I told everybody in Oilerland that Podkolzin and Bouchard and Darnell and the boys would be okay.
Wait, what was that first name you said?
Podkolzin. The more you the more you listen to Hernan the man, the better off you'll be. So let's just
okay.
No. I always knew Podkolzin. I knew Podkolzin was going to score. I knew it. Like, it was only a matter of time. So, kidding
shot.
Kidding aside, that was their best game of the year, boys. Like, I thought the McDavid line, their first 3 shifts, they were just buzzing. They set the tone, and then everybody followed. Excellent game for the Edmonton Oilers against a team who's finishing up their road trip. But I'm not taking anything away from the Oilers. They dominated from minute 1 all the way till the end. A couple of, one mistake in the game, but we're not going to go there tonight. It's 6-2.
I will.
A backhand sauce is never a good idea, no matter what the score is or what time of the game is. But all in all, what an effort. McDavid was just outstanding in this game. And really, guys, not a lot of performances that we can be down on. I thought everybody showed up. And it leaves the question, boys, why this team is so damn frustrating. Because what we saw on Thursday was 120 turn tonight, man. Like, what? And it's just bizarre what this team can do when they really want to play some hockey.
You said it, when they want to play some hockey. And when they dial it in, they can show us that type of performance and get that type of result. And I think it left a lot of Oilers fans very, very happy and longing for a repetition of that type of game over and over and over again consistently for the next 60 games. All right, let's get into the scoring summary. As the Oilers are 6-2 winners over the New York Rangers. A very good night at Rogers Place for the Oil. Hockey Fights Cancer night. Some nice heartwarming moments inside the arena, and then you saw the lavender, really important and great cause, and the Oilers come through to make it a good night as they win it 6-2. So the party was started by Vasily Podkolzin him and his line with Draisaitl and Connor Brown. They got the party started at 17:34. Podkolzin, a great shot. Honestly, that was a nice one-timer off the Draisaitl feed. Brown, the secondary assist, 1-zip Edmonton. And then with 9 seconds left on the clock in the first period, Belzy, you're a coach. You played for many, many years. Those goals late
They're
in
killers.
periods.
They're absolute killers.
And that first minute goal, that last minute goal, and the Oilers managed to get one shorthanded, first shorty of the season. And it's Darnell Nurse, his third of the year from Janmark and Brown. Great play by Janmark.
What I love about that play is the fact that, they get the puck out. Janmark wins a race.
Yep.
He doesn't panic with the puck. He holds on to it. He sees Nurse activating. He finds him. It was a great play all around. And there's a little bit of a theme when you look at a lot of the goals that the Oilers scored. There was a win. There was a one race. There was a battle won. There was something that made that they were engaged all night, and it led to opportunities. And that goal right there is a prime example of it. It's, hey, Janmark just gets down ice and he creates pressure, and he's making the other team have to react, and he wins that race. And then here we go. It's a perfect scenario. And you knew at that point, you're like, okay, these guys are flying right now.
You mentioned it to me. You nudged me when we were watching up in the press box. You said, hey, North-South hockey, look at that.
Yep.
And then I said, hey, Belzy, these guys look like they're playing fast tonight.
100%. They didn't waste time,
right?
Especially in their neutral zone regroups. Like, it was quick. It was either a quick D to D or the puck was moving up ice in a hurry, which stopped the Rangers from getting into their neutral zone forecheck, and it just consistently put pressure on the Rangers' defense. And, it works. And that's the thing that you want to see from the Oilers. They do have the ability to play with speed. And when they do, they're a scary team.
And that's the thing. That, what we watched tonight, is what they're supposed to be. And, they get that 2-0 lead after one on the Nurse goal, and he gives it the knock on his head, kind of,
It's like his head landed finally.
Well, and did you notice this? Joaquin loved it. Joaquin noticed this right away. He said, chin strap? Way tighter. Good for him, playing it smart. All right, 2-0 Edmonton after one. In the second period at 8:54, it would be Leon Draisaitl scoring his 16th goal of the year. Nice little give and go with Connor McDavid. I think that was 4-on-4, if I'm remembering correctly. And then the Oilers would add to the lead at 11:58. Evan Bouchard, we weren't sure if he was going to play tonight. He ends up being good to go. He snipes his sixth. Nice play by Janmark.
Yep.
Again, that line, Henrique, another assist as well.
Yeah, it was, once again, it was another one race.
You were talking about
depth. In, right? The puck gets rimmed in. They win it. They get the puck movement. Very quick puck movement. And then he finds Bouchard in the high slot, and just a beautiful snipe by Bouchard.
Great shot there to make it 4-zip. The Rangers would answer, however, before the period was up. Artemi Panarin, his 11th goal of the season from Adam Fox. I didn't like this goal. This is one, and people will say, Tom, you always defend Stu Skinner. Most times I do, because I look at the crap and the compounding mistakes, as Cass likes to call it, in front of him. But this is one that literally hit his pad short side and dribbled over the net or over the line after he got a good chunk of it. So I didn't love that one from Skinner, but it was Panarin who fired it, made it 4-1 at 15:02.
I didn't like that goal because the Oilers had full possession of the puck. Perry has the puck on the half wall, and I can't remember specifically if he bobbles the puck, if it gets caught in his feet, but you have full control of the puck. That puck should be out of your zone.
Right.
So regardless of the save, whether that save should have been made or not, the puck should have been out of the zone. And I just thought they were a little bit slow on that particular play, which obviously led to that goal with that turnover.
4-1 after two. Hernan, what were you thinking at that point?
I put it in the group chat. It said game over. The way the Oilers were playing, they were dialed in. I didn't see New York as talented as they are and as the firepower they have. I didn't see it tonight. It was the Oilers game. It was concerning early on because they were peppering them with shots. They couldn't beat quick, but then the first one and it was over. So at 4-1, Tom, I was not concerned. I know some people were a little concerned about the third periods because they've given up a ton of leads, but in this one, it just didn't look like. Then you even go back to the first 5 minutes of the third, the Oilers were dialed in. So I was not concerned tonight at all.
Yeah, well, in that first little bit of the third period, actually 5:49 in, it was McDavid scoring his 10th goal of the season from Bouchard and Kasperi Kapanen. A couple of seam passes.
Great seam passes.
Belzy. And Kapanen showing good poise there, going into the corner, hitting Bouchard. Bouchard back to McDavid. And
so it was an entry. I think he ended up, the puck got in deep. Kasperi Kapanen wins that race once again. He gets that loose puck. He comes around, makes an incredible seam pass to Bouchard on the point. And as soon as Bouchard gets that puck, he already knows again where that puck's going to move to, because he's read the play. He sees Connor McDavid go into that back post, and it was a bang-bang play in the back of the net. It was just beautiful to watch on that one.
Royal Road crossed twice within a couple of seconds, and the Oilers reestablish a 4-goal lead. At 9:37, it would be Connor McDavid, his second of the night, 11th of the season, from Troy Stetcher to make it 6-1. And then that mistake, the backhand sauce that we didn't want to really dwell on from one particular defenseman, leads to Panarin scoring his second of the night, 12th of the season, from Lafreniere to make it 6-2, 16-29.
The only issue I have with that goal is the fact that you had been moving the puck quickly up the ice the whole time. Neutral zone regroups. It was a quick DDD pass up the ice. Or if you didn't have the DDD pass, you turned up, you moved up the puck to your forwards, and you got it in the zone.
Yeah.
So why did you all of a sudden change it? I understand that you're up, but teams that are championship, they play the exact same way for the entirety of the game. All of a sudden now you change it and you make that play, and it's like, why did you make that play?
Belzy.
Just move the puck up and get it out of there.
Belzy, isn't it kind of the way that this team plays? Like, they feel a little fat and sassy, and they start getting cute. And honestly, that's all it was, Belzy, because Nurse is like feeling good, scoring a goal. He's back in the game. They're up 6-2, and he's like, I'm going to try a dangerous pass, but I'm feeling it, and let's go. And I think, guys, like, and I'm sorry if I'm being a little harsh here, not 6-2 win, but that's kind of how the team is as well. They feel good about themselves. They start getting a little bit sloppy, but it's one goal, guys, in a game that was over. So let's I'll give Darnell a break there. He was really good tonight up until that pass.
Yes,
and he was good tonight regardless, right?
Yes, he was. Absolutely. I would agree with that. Shots on goal, 34 for the Rangers, 40 for the Oilers. They were peppering Jonathan Quick, who was 4-0 going into this game with a couple of shutouts. A goals against average under 1, Belzy. That thing's going to get pumped right up.
Get inflated.
My goodness. Face-offs, 56 to 44% in favor of the Oilers. Power play 0 for 3, but here's the positive, is the PK for a 7th consecutive game does not allow a goal. It goes 3 for 3. That is excellent. That's 16 for 16. There's Jared from Modern Measure. There's a couple of new friends. Oh, my goodness. What is happening here? This is good. I told you this was going to get good.
Right now. Yeah.
Jared, get it. Come say hi. There's Jared from Modern Measure. You might notice him and recognize him from the Modern Power Play. Penalty minutes or hits, 21-12 in favor of the Rangers. Block shots, 14 for Edmonton, 10 for New York. Giveaways officially 27 for Edmonton, 23 for the New York Rangers. Grab that one for him, Belzy. And then takeaways 10-2 in favor of the.
Oh yeah,
we're putting you on. Jared's got his Paul Coffey jersey. Jared from Modern Measure. You might notice him and remember him from the Modern Power Play. All right, quickly, your first debut on the pre and post game show. We see you on Hello Hockey. What'd you think tonight about the game? Without swearing, Jared.
Oh, no swearing.
No swearing.
Well, good thing we won. No, I thought it was a good game. They played pretty well rounded. Less errors.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I just thought they looked overall a little more hungry tonight than we've seen in a while. So I was happy.
You seem pretty happy.
Yeah.
You're doing great. Who looks better tonight? Me or Shawn?
This is a fabulous
That's
suit.
A beautiful suit.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from again?
Got it at Modern Measure.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Richie
there
took
it
care
is.
of me. There you go.
There it is.
That is a great suit. I mean, you look great too, Belle.
Thank you.
Always,
Appreciate that.
You know.
Great work today with the power play. That was pretty good. I like we're getting a little sassy on there, and I like
today. I kind of dialed back and didn't really trash anyone. So
well, it's okay. We can bring the noise next time.
Yeah. There's gonna be a few teams and a few players that are gonna get it this year for sure. So I'm looking forward to it. Just waiting for the right moment.
Oh, baby. Smooth as usual.
Yes,
all right.
that's beautiful.
All right, I didn't mean to interrupt too much.
No,
So I had to get you over. Who do you got on the back of that jersey?
My Paul Coffey.
Oh,
here.
that's that signed one that you have there.
Yeah, my childhood childhood idol. Yeah, my brother was Gretzky, I was Coffey. And then actually Stauffer was asking me the other day, well, who's your second favorite player growing up? I'm like, Pavel Bure. I don't know what it was. The timing. I was a Canucks fan back then also, before they got lame. Like Sam Sneal, Tiger Williams, all those guys, King Richard. And so when Bure was drafted, I was like, this kid is unreal. Well, actually, I can't even say it wasn't when he was drafted because it took a while to get in. But when he got in, holy cows, that guy has some sick skills. So.
I like how on an Oilers post-game show you're talking about the fact
but you know what? I've hated him for 30 years, so it's
you might never, people will just boo you right out of the chat. Can't be doing that.
30 years now, I've hated the Canucks.
There you go.
Because they took over the Leafs, annoying fan. The Leafs fans were the worst, and then the Canucks were like, well, we can go do them. And so I just kind of hate them. I'm orange and blue all the way through. Oh, yeah.
Jared Barry from Modern Measure. If you want to look good, go see Jared and Richie at Modern. Great job, sir.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks
Thanks
Tom.
for coming
thanks,
out.
Belzy.
There you go.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
Beautiful debut there. Nat, so you got to go see our boy Jared, and you got to go see Richie. Good to have them. See, I told you, it's like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. It's a good time here at Kelly's Pub on 104th as we wind down Winterville downtown. All right, Nat, so any texts that you want to hit on to start out?
There's a ton. Andy Pandy, Skinner was sharp tonight, so were the Oilers, 97-29. We're literally unstoppable. Wow. The Oilers played with speed and purpose. Really good nights for the likes of Podkolzin, Janmark, Bouchard. Even Jeff Skinner looked a little more engaged. This one says, hey, fellas, this is from Hersey. Love the Oilers' effort, but Rangers looked tired after the last game of a road trip. Felt it was a whatever game. Well, I don't know if that's how the Rangers were looking at. Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, hey, if we were to flip the script, Oilers fans would be losing it, be like, well, you got to try a little bit harder.
Yeah.
The matter of fact is that they came out and they took care of business. So whether they were tired, whether they were full of energy,
last game
the Oilers
of the
won and they played well.
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking for, not to try to, diminish this victory because whatever, they were tired and it's the last game of the trip. You still got to show up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Where was that one? Go ahead, Hernan.
And then this is kind of back-to-back. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I didn't notice it either, but here it says, what was up with the post-goal chat between Ekholm and Cap? I watched it a few times, and it definitely looked like Ekholm wasn't happy with Cap. That's from Taco. And then Millwood's Matt says, on the post-game panel, Friedman and Bieksa noticed a conversation after that goal with Ekholm looking like he was giving Kapanen crap on that play.
I didn't see. Well, we were in the press box, so I didn't see it. We weren't watching the broadcast. Nan, so did you catch it?
I did not catch it. No, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
He's obviously talking about the first goal.
Right, but when you broke down,
it's on the second goal.
Well, the second one was Darnell, right?
Yes.
Like
the first goal.
The Panarin one. The first Panarin one. Pardon me. Okay, I want to get to this one. I see it in the nasty chat. Matt Blom says, man, Shawn Belle is in my NHL 2002 for GameCube. I still fire up now and then for nostalgia's sake. Decent shot. What's that last part? Good show. I love it. Thank you.
Good checking, very slow.
Oh, good checking,
That is a lie. It was not slow. I was a lot of things, but it wasn't slow. Promise you that.
You're a very good skater. Very good skater. All right, let's get to your text, 780-218-9999, and then that's if you're listening on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Apple Music, of course, the EdmontonSportsTalk.com audio player, and if you're watching on YouTube, get into the nasty chat. Maybe you had NHL 2002 and you used Shawn Belle with the Minnesota Wild.
It's not even real because I wasn't even in the NHL.
So it would have been 2005, 6.
So there's that.
When was your first game?
06.
06. All right. On GameCube, perhaps.
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah,
I was a 75 if you want to know. I just happen to know the guy that did all the ratings. So
well, yeah.
75.
All right.
Guys,
well,
yes. I'm getting some reports on this Ekholm Kapanen and stuff. So it says,
okay.
It happened after the goal Kapanen assisted on. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go rewind
I'll have to look it up.
The feed, yeah, because I really don't. I missed that. I was maybe I just wasn't paying attention at that exact moment, boys. But I don't know why he'd be so upset if they scored a goal on the play.
Yeah.
So. All right. If anyone has more information, just let us know.
All right, well, I'll look it up. 780-218-9999. Oilers 6-2 winners over the New York Rangers to wrap up this brief 2-game homestand. They will now play Utah for the first time in Utah, Salt Lake City to be exact, as they kick off a road trip. The next night, that's next Friday, and then the next night they are, where are they the next night? That's Colorado. So 5 days off. And then there were 6, actually, for the Edmonton Oilers. Sounds like tomorrow is a full day off. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. If someone wants to text it in, if it's already posted on Twitter, we could take a look at it. But I did not catch it. But I thought Kapanen made a really good heads-up play on that goal by Connor McDavid, his first of the night. All right, let's go to Shaggy in St. Albert. Shaggy's breakdown says, it's been a while since the Oilers haven't ruined my Saturday night. Oilers showed up tonight. I would say Rangers were flat tonight, but you need to take advantage of that, and the Oilers did. Edmonton dominated early, but did not finish until Edmonton scored the first goal. Sure, most of us were expecting the Rangers to score on a suspect play. The Podkolzin goal and that Podkolzin line was very good tonight. Skinner plus 900 save percentage, only second win against a playoff spot team. Broken record, but are they going to show up for the next game with 5 days off? And that's the big question, Bellsy, because we have talked about the inconsistency of this team.
Yeah, I mean, they've been inconsistent, but the good news is that hopefully with this 5 days off, they have the ability to get healthy, maybe a couple bodies come back in the lineup, which obviously can solidify their top 6, and then you kind of go from there. So, you hope that, the boys will get a day off tomorrow.
Sounds like it is.
Back to work. We talked about it earlier, having some more up-tempo practices to kind of get that energy to where it needs to go. And then, you kind of just roll from there. So that is the hope, obviously. But you never know because they have been inconsistent.
Twitter Mary says, well, that was a good Saturday night. Good to hear from you, Mary. Big saves, this one says, check. Body checks, check. Block shots, check. If there was a mistake, it was cleaned up fast, check. D-zone coverage in the lanes, check. Goals, check. Connor McDavid having one of those games, quote unquote, check. Taking the puck to the inside of the ice, check. You're going to win every single game when you do all of these things listed above. Thank you for that text. I don't see a name on it. Keep those coming in, 780-218-9999. This one says a few mistakes, but the effort was way better. Rangers look tired, but way better game. Reed Wilkins is sending us a note. Draisaitl really praised Podkolzin in the postgame. Why?
I don't even have to say anything anymore. I made my point. I made my point when I did.
Who's a bigger Podkolzin fan, Draisaitl or Bellsy?
Bellsy. I'm kidding.
Clearly, it's Draisaitl.
Oh man! No, hey, listen, guys. You know what? And I was wearing on him. You saw his celebration, looking up at the sky, and it's great to see that from players that's working their butts off and not being rewarded. And guys like me and Gazzola just ripping them to shreds because they haven't scored yet. But
listen,
it's all fair.
That look to the heavens when he scored that goal, I think that said it all. There was a nice shot right before.
A missile.
It was a missile. But right before...
Well, I actually like where you're about to go. So continue.
You know where I'm going with this?
Continue.
Okay. Right before he scored that goal, he flubbed the puck on the wall, recovered, made the play, got it up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to him, and he fired it.
So I'm going to add to that. Earlier in that play, I think Draisaitl gets hit. He loses his stick.
Yeah.
He's mad.
Yeah.
Lazy out of the zone. Turnover happens. Then he flubs that puck. And I was literally going to be like, Tom, you see that? That's nonsense.
Schauger was telling me that. He's like, oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden they move the puck up. They get up the ice, puts it on its Draisaitl puts it on its tee for Podkolzin, and then obviously it was an absolute missile.
Yeah, it was.
It was an interesting play that could have broke down so quickly, but they stuck with it, and then they ended up, putting it in the back of the net, which was nice to see.
All right, 780-218-9999. You can text us your thoughts on Edmonton's 6-2 win over the New York Rangers. We're live on location at Kelly's Pub as part of Winter Ball here downtown. A lot of people braved the cold. It was great. The ice sculptures are still out there, and it's a hearty Edmonton night, I will say. So
Tommy?
Cheers to Quinn Phillips and everybody that put this festival on. Go ahead, Nanso.
I got some news. The Oilers 8 minutes ago just reporting that the Oilers have sent forward Drake Gazzola and Josh Brown back to the Condors, which is good news because probably means one of Arvidsson and Hyman will be good to go by next Friday. Or both.
Yes. Well, and then the cap savings as well.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so they're not wasting any time. I know it's not huge cap savings, but we're in an age in the NHL, especially where the Oilers are cap-wise, where they need to basically go day by day to make sure that they
every single penny that they can possibly scrounge.
Yeah, exactly.
For that defenseman, right, boys? For that defenseman.
That right-handed or left-handed defenseman that can
might
play in
be
any
a puck
particular
mover.
situation.
Yes. Might
Could
not
be a
be
tough
top
guy.
4.
Could be a puck mover.
All we know
Maybe
is
he's a
he
guy
plays
like Cale
defense.
Makar.
Oh, stop having fun, boys. Stop having fun. All right, let's get to the turning point of the game as we roll on here on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream post-game show. Gazzola, Belle, and Salas with you, and we'll see some more guests stopping by.
Yep.
Great time here at Kelly's. A huge thank you to Scott. Huge thank you to Kelly herself, Pete, as well as Jess, who you'll see walking around here. They're an absolutely tremendous crew, and we appreciate them having us down here to do the pre- and post-game show as part of the Winter Ball. Quinn Phillips, again, the commish. She helped organize this whole thing as part of the downtown, Business
Pretty
Association.
impressive event.
I'm glad people showed up because the weather was absolutely atrocious.
They had every opportunity not to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And people did come out. There's music, live music, a big stage. Our friends over at Fox Coffee were giving out a free donut with every coffee. Great businesses, mom and pop shops here, and Kelly's is one of those. And we're thankful that we were able to come on down. And then now we're enjoying a delicious libation. Cheers, Belzy.
Cheers.
One more time. All right. Turning point of the game presented by Advantage Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy. At Advantage Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy, we treat you like the pros. Our multidisciplinary team includes sports medicine physicians, along with highly skilled physiotherapists, strength and conditioning coaches, and massage therapists. Whether you're recovering from an injury or looking to enhance performance, we treat you like a pro using the same locker room approach, trusted by the best in the league. I'm going to go to this one, guys. Agree, disagree, let us know. Boys, I'll put it to you, but I think this was the turning point of the game, brought to you by Advanced Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy. Darnell Nurse's shorthanded goal. 9 seconds left on the clock. Nurse coming back from injury. Great play by Janmark. I thought that's when you knew that the Oilers were feeling good about their game.
100%. I thought that was a backbreaker. At that time of the game, you do not want to give up a goal, especially a shorty.
Right.
So at that point, it was just you lose your momentum. Yeah, you were on the power play, but you give up that shorthanded goal. 9 seconds left on the clock. It's tough to give up. So I'd agree with you on that one.
13 straight kills for the Oilers. 5 games in a row. 6 games in a row they had done that. They extended to 7 games in a row. 16 for 16 in that span, plus the shorty. A good sign. Sign. Let's call it that. All right. Let's get to some more text. Nancy, you got anything that you got picked out there that you'd want to get to?
Let's see here. Good evening, gents. Tommy and Belzy. It was great seeing you and passing at Rogers. You guys are like the Energizer bunnies.
Were we walking fast?
Yes, we were. We had power strides going.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a good one.
Too much.
You guys are just
we were hustling to get down here. We knew it was gonna be. We had to warm up before we got into the cold, like the deep freeze. So we're like fast movement. No, I'm just kidding. But great crowd.
Evening, boys. The best thing about this victory tonight is the upcoming week off. It won't be as chaotic among the fan base, and that's a good point. We won't be speculating on trades or anything like that. And I think it's good for this team to get a couple days off here and kind of reset and get ready to go, because once they pick up on Friday, it's some tough matchups. You got Utah, Colorado, and Vegas coming up as your next 3. So it's a good time for them to get this break, which is a bit of a weird break, guys, in November to get this much time off. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a quiet week. So for all all our listeners who love speculating about movement on the Oilers roster, I don't see it happening.
This made me think of something. How much this next 5 days plus a day off tomorrow, Bellsy, was a dangling carrot for this group?
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I just think that they laid such an egg previous game that they wanted to come back with, a little bit of gumption. And I thought they did a good job. And now you have the ability to take those 5 days off and get healthy. And I think that's a big deal for them.
All right, well, they took advantage and earned it, so well done to the Oil. Munchmaster Flex texting in, says Podkolzin, more like Podkolzin. Let's go, Munchmaster Flex. Oh, Gene Principon. Well done. Nature Boy says, I have to apologize up front because I'm driving home from the game, and Siri will probably get this wrong, but I believe Todd Colson had an amazing game, as did Darnell Nurse and Connor McDavid. Way to go, boys. Nice win against the top team in the East. Nature Boy, that is hilarious. Todd Colson. Maybe Siri will learn Podkolzin eventually. Dicky Sparks says, lights out and away we go in Las Vegas. That sounds like something that our dear friend Joaquin Gage would be all over. Yep. And then Dicky Sparks also adds, I'm going to have some bread and barley soup, get it all fat and sassy on some Oilers wins and hopefully a Ferrari podium. Love the show, boys. Dicky Sparks, enjoy that race in Vegas. I think it was Will Buxton that was wearing a winter coat yesterday. And I'm like, come on, man. I know it gets cold in the desert this time of year, but like
not that cold.
A puffy winter coat. Like,
Tommy, we had Tim Horaney on yesterday. He said the same thing. He's like, boys, like I live in Canada. It's really cold here. We're like, well, how cold can it really be? You know what was the best?
Tim.
Today I saw some New York media, and they were walking to the arena for morning skate. And then after they posted, they're like, we didn't know you could go to the arena, and we didn't have to go outside at all. So I think someone showed them the way back. But even then, they were like, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of snow, but it wasn't that cold, boys.
It wasn't cold. It's cold. Don't get me wrong.
It's brisk.
No,
it's more than brisk.
I don't go outside and go, boy, this is nice. It's been colder here. We know that. Yeah. And it probably will get colder, but it was the snow that was miserable. And it's that you get a foot on the ground and you're trying to drive in this muck. And that's the misery. People being safe out there, going at a safe speed. But New York media, they don't come here very often, but you don't have to go outside. There's a pedway system.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
That was the nice thing.
I have Leon if we want to run him right now.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go Leon Draisaitl inside the Oilers log. Is that ready? Is it queued up, ready to go, Hernan?
It sure is.
All right, fire away.
With the goal, probably a weight off to get that. What do you see from him tonight? What have you seen from him?
The same as every night. He's a really, really good hockey player. He's really underrated, and he does a lot of things that go unnoticed, and that a lot of people that don't really understand hockey, they don't pick up on it. But he's a really underrated hockey player. Obviously, very happy for him to get on the board. He's had plenty of looks, and hopefully it's opens the floodgates a little bit.
If you could mind expanding on that a little bit, just in the sense that you've played with him for a long time now, and what makes you two kind of connect? What do you like?
He's really smart, and he passes the puck extremely well. He makes the right plays almost every single time. On top of that, he works his off. And he gets in on the forecheck. He's hard to play against. When he creates turnovers, he has the puck and he makes the right play after. And I think that's what was really underrated with him. He's good on his backhand. Very, very fun to play with.
Does he become a little bit of a metaphor for your team? He's been working and playing and trying, and it won't go in. Finally goes in tonight. You guys have been, all your analytics are awesome, but it hasn't been going in for you, and it does tonight. Does it, something like that turn around in a game sometimes?
Yeah, hopefully, the results will come for him and for all of us in here. I think, analytics, they do tell a bit of a story, but of course if you're not putting them in or capitalizing on your looks, then analytics are no good. So hopefully, this, like I said, opens the floodgates a little bit more consistently for us.
When you see a guy that is consistently like 20-25 minutes ahead of practice, just working on stuff, staying late, like how much do you guys notice those sorts of details in guys like that?
Yeah, I mean, you notice as a player, you see it. He's just a fantastic teammate. He's done nothing but impress everyone in the room, works extremely hard, tries to get better, regardless of playing, in our top 6 for a long time now, and really good hockey in our top 6. So he's still out there early, working on his game. So extremely impressed by him.
Okay, there's Leon Draisaitl, who's talking about Podkolzin. I mean, Vasily Podkolzin.
Podkolzin.
Yeah. High praise there. Reed wasn't kidding when he texted us.
Hernan's son.
Hernan's son.
Yeah, he did take a shot too. He said, for everybody that talks about him, probably doesn't understand hockey. Pretty much. That's what he said. A lot of people that don't understand hockey criticize his game, but we that do understand
Salas.
know what he brings.
I criticize him being in the top 6.
Me and Bellsy, man.
He's a good fourth liner.
Fist pump, Hernan. Fist pump. There it is, right there, brother.
Right. All right, 780-218-9999. Taco texting in says, Cap definitely had a WTF look on his face as they skated away. If anybody has seen like a snippet of it, send it to us via the text line and we'll take a look. I still can't find anything on Ekholm and Kapanen's exchange. I've got a TV up here at Kelly's, but I haven't seen it. So let me know. I can't find it. All right, Bells, are you seeing anything good in the nasty chat?
Nothing really. A lot of people talking about Podkolzin.
Okay. Good. Nice goal tonight.
It was
very
great.
nice goal.
It was great. I really thought at the end of the day it was a good, solid game by the Oilers, and it's a game that they need to try to, duplicate the next time they play. And this time, obviously, with guys, more healthy guys in the lineup than not. So I think it's a really good starting spot.
Yep.
But let's go from there.
All right, shout out to Larry and Lindy who have shown up. The Combine crew going strong. They're just over my shoulder here. There you can see, I think there's Brody back there. Norm's back there. Big Uke. There's Lindy. And then Larry's right beside her. Great crew here. Tables are full. And it's cold, but people are sticking out. Lots of Oilers jerseys in orange and blue. All right. What? Sean Bell. Is Emma Terry in here right now?
I don't know where he is.
Oh, my goodness. We're having a great time here at Kelly's Pub. All right, let's get to some more texts. Hit us up, and then Nasty Chat, do your thing. Nasty Chat being pretty funny, to be honest with you.
They're trying.
They are.
Rip City Steps. You're going to have to step your game up, buddy.
Oh, okay. Millwood's Matt, in regard to this whole Ekholm thing, no, it was after the first McDavid goal where Kapanen wrapped around past the Bouchard, who did the backdoor to McDavid. Mm-hmm. Andy Pandy. Okay, here's a good one, because as I was taking notes during the game, I noticed, I said it earlier when I went through the scoring summary, the first Panarin goal, I didn't like how it hit Skinner's pad, short side, and then dribbled over the goal line. I didn't like that. But Andy Pandy says, Skinner was sharp tonight, so were the Oilers. 97 and 29 were literally unstoppable. Wow. Oilers played with speed and purpose. Really good nights for guys like Podkolzin, Janmark, Bouchard, and even Skinner, who looked a little more engaged. Jeff Skinner. With all the other Pacific teams winning tonight, this was a huge 2 points. Lloyd Braun says, Gondola when Podkolzin scores a goal. Drinks tea angrily. I just don't think he's a top 6 guy.
Well, he is now.
Well, he scored a top 6 goal tonight, and that's fine. It's okay to be wrong for once.
Yeah, well.
If Dry
You're wrong multiple times today.
Dry says he is.
Wow,
really?
He really likes him.
Dry says he is. That's what matters.
He didn't say he was a top 6 guy. He just said he's a really good player.
Yeah, he is a really good player. He's a good player, has good skills and traits and assets in the NHL. that are suited for day-to-day fourth-line duty.
Just let it go, buddy.
But tonight,
just let it go.
Tonight he was driving Tommy. His own line and scored a beautiful goal. All right, let's go to JB. JB texts and says, if you guys can, please ask Gager how a goalie should be playing those shots that are 13 to 15 feet, 13 to 15 inches off the ice, just over the pads, trying to sneak under a glove or blocker. Panarin's shot on the first goal, to me, is the difference between a heavy shot and a fast shot from JB. Joaquin, if you're listening, you're probably watching the race. I'm going to text this to you from JB.
You can't ask Gager because Gager's a stand-up goaltender.
No, he isn't. Gager's a whatever works goaltender.
He just throws out a toe.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna send this to Joaquin and see what he says. Nanso, you got any over there?
Let's go here. Tony Gazzola. Great Oilers win today. Dusty's son and my boy played to a 1-1 draw at the River Cree today. Got to shake hands with the big boy Dusty. All right.
Did he look okay? Right. Was he alive?
Can you give us a health update, Justin, please? How did he look?
My goodness. People were asking, is Dusty okay? And the press box was like, I think so. He should be back by Monday. All right. This one says, good. It's Jumbo Joe with this one. Says, good evening, boys. Good game by the Oilers tonight. However, this text has nothing to do with the Oilers. I'm wondering if you've seen the Joe Thornton jersey retirement ceremony tonight and your thoughts on it. Personally, I thought it was uniquely awesome, and how can you not love Jumbo Joe? Hernan, I didn't see it. I asked you if you ever crossed paths with Joe Thornton in your time.
No.
Never.
No.
Did I find him to be an interesting character. I've only been in scrums with him, and I've asked him a couple of questions. He was pretty good. I've seen him brush off questions he didn't like, but if you gave him something to chew on, he would go with it.
Yeah,
I didn't catch any of it. No,
I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, he's a guy that's fairly engaging.
Okay.
Kind of personable.
Okay. Yeah.
About it.
Well, he's well liked by his old teammates. Yeah.
Well liked.
No, didn't catch it, but I'll have to check it out. All right, keep those texts coming in. 780-218-9999. The Oilers win 6-2 over the New York Rangers to wrap up this brief 2-game homestand. They improved to 11-9-2 on the season. 5 days between games, or 6. 7-4. Oh, you got one right on your guessing the favorites today.
Good for you. Some heat on Twitter.
Good for you.
Hey, boys, I do have Bellsy and Hernan's favorite player, Podkolzin, post-game if you guys want to go
Let's get it.
Hernan, did you say Todd Colson?
Todd Colson, yes.
Todd Colson?
Huh.
I'm kidding. Potts goals in. All right, let's go to that.
So, yeah, finally. It takes much longer than I thought, but, I mean, sometimes God gives you a little bit challenges for your life and for being better hockey player or better person. So I'm happy with it and keep working, keep going.
What does it mean to you that your coach and your team, despite the fact that the goals haven't been going in for you, still gives you, top 6 ice?
Yeah, that's thanks for opportunities and it's great to play with Leo again, and he feeding me a lot last games, and finally I scored, and so especially it's means a lot. Yeah, it means a lot for me.
How much have you? I mean, we've seen the extra time that you're putting in practices. How much is having that shot ready been a part of it? Because you knew it was going to come here.
I try to. I love the shots. It's half one timer, and I don't know how it's called, but I try to practice in it as well. Yeah.
You've scored lots of goals in your life. You're a good goal scorer at different times. What's it like to go this long and not have one go in?
Again, that's tough. But sometimes you need these challenges in your life for being better hockey player. You just, be patient, keep working, and try to think positive. And sometimes, it's a little bit have a pressure on you, but you just have to be strong mentality and just be patient somewhere.
Sorry, go ahead.
Does a guy like Leon, what does he tell you in terms of advice? There's some help.
Yeah, so he tell me almost after every game that keep going, everything is good, work hard, and this stuff will come. And finally I scored, and I gotta score more.
All right, that was Todd Colson, a.k.a. Potts goals in, and very thankful on this night that Leon Draisaitl keeps feeding him the biscuit, and he finally buried one into the basket.
Yeah.
What were you trying to get my attention for?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
It's just pandemonium over here.
Yeah, it's getting busy. It's getting fun. We're having a good
chairs and just random stuff.
We need it. We need it. Cheers. This one's for Jared. I see Reed Wilkins is going to join us right away.
All right.
Cheers to Jared from Modern, our good friend. Thank you. We appreciate it.
That one tastes better.
Oh, that's fresh. That's yummy.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
That's
good stuff. All right. Hernan Reed's going to join us for a few minutes, give his thoughts. He worked the room. And is that cool? We're going to do that?
Yeah, I'm just working on him, getting him up here. I'm going to have to go off the shot here, so it'll just be you guys with Reed, okay? He'll be ready in about 20 seconds.
All right. We're going to have Reed Wilkins. He just got back from Rogers Place where the Oilers beat the New York Rangers 6-2. We got an update on the big man, Justin, who saw Dustin Nielsen today at hockey, says, Tony, the big boy looked okay. There you go.
That's good. Couple clicks.
Cheers, Jared. Round of clicks. Cheers. Salute.
Cheers.
There you go. That's a good Saturday night. All right. One last text. And this one, I'm going to have to use this on this text right before we get to read. Comes in from CMAC, and it was Hockey Fights Cancer Night in Rogers Place. CMAC says Oilers played a great 60, and he also said cancer and put up 6 goals. Great way to go into a break. Nicely done, CMAC. Appreciate that text very much. All right, we're good to go, Hernan, with Reed?
Yes, we
are. What do you think? All right, let's bring the big man in, Reed Wilkins, our dear friend and host of the Reed Wilkins Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk with Jay Milne. Hello, Reed. Great to see you. You look dapper as usual today.
Hello, Reed.
Hello. What are your takeaways from tonight's Oilers victory?
Well, first of all, I thought they played very well early and seemed determined to get a lot of pucks and people to the net, which was important. And eventually it paid off. I thought I heard Shawn talking about this earlier. The shorthanded goal was huge. I mean, think if the Rangers would have scored a power play goal in the last minute 10 of that period when they had the first half of their power play, Edmonton could have had dominated the first period and been in a 1-1 tie. So the Rangers miss out scoring and the Oilers score. And then I thought the 4-on-4 goal was big as well. The Rangers get a power play. They take a penalty shortly after, and then the Oilers get a 4-on-4. So there were little windows there for the Rangers, but the Oilers turned the tables in both of those situations.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought the Oilers played a good game, and I thought the Rangers didn't play a good game too, and that's usually what happens, or usually what is the formula when it's a 4 or 5 goal difference like it was tonight. But that's big for Edmonton to get this win, be a couple games above 500 now with their little mini break coming up.
All right, one thing I wanted to ask you about was that penalty kill, because now it goes 3 for 3 tonight. That's 7 games consecutive, I believe, off the top of my head, where they haven't allowed a goal against. They went on a great run during the playoffs last year. I think it's 16 for 16 in that 7-game span. Are you noticing anything different outside of being efficient and killing them that they're doing that's leading to this success on the PK?
And I think the last power play goal they gave up was 2 weeks ago today, the meaningless goal late in the game against Vancouver when Skinner got upset about it.
Yes.
I guess the one thing I would notice is that the cross seam passes don't seem to be there as much, where the puck goes through the penalty killers to a guy who's wide open. And then, the goalie has to move across and try to save it, and you're giving a player a time to get off a quick shot. And I think just the whole, the one thing that the Oilers were good at on the power play is they don't chase a puck that they don't have a chance of getting. But then they sort of get in the right position, and they always talk about their routes, right? Like a receiver and a quarterback talk about it. And I've sort of noticed that they're a little more thorough with that. It's like, okay, I can't get to that puck. I'm going to go here, and then that's going to force the guy with the puck. He's only going to have one option, and then we're reset, and we know what's and we're sort of controlling where they're going to pass the puck. And they're getting saves on the PK as well. So that's been massive though, because there haven't been hasn't been the momentum other teams have been able to get off power play goals.
Hey, Reed, I know you've been handling a lot of texts from people, you and Jay have, in regard to Stu Skinner tonight, his performance. And I guess we could even go back to Ottawa. Like, he takes a lot of heat, has this year. There have been rough nights for him, like we saw against Minnesota, but he was pretty good tonight. What can you say about Edmonton's goaltending in this one?
Yeah, I thought he had a good game. I mean, once your team kind of has the lead or even is outplaying the other team like the Oilers were, I think it's the goalie's job maybe to not lose it as much as win it. I heard you talking about the goal that did go in. Okay, I get it. But like I've been saying, pucks go in. I mean, you could always look at any individual goal and say a guy should have had it. I mean, at the end of the day, he only allowed 2. And I think if you allow 2 or less as a goalie, you're going to give your team a chance to win. So I thought he was solid tonight. Can I touch on the Podkolzin stuff?
No, not at all. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
All right, see you.
Go ahead. His name is Todd Colson, according to Deaky Sparks.
I like the nasty that called him Potts goals in. That's pretty good. That's maybe as positive as I've heard Leon Draisaitl speak about a player not named Connor McDavid. So,
actually, though.
First of all, I hope that you and I are wrong, Tom. I really do, because I want.
He's a fourth liner, dude.
But the one thing, I mean, I would agree with Leon that he does do things well. Like, he does forecheck well and win board battles and engage. Leon said he's a good passer. Okay. I don't know if I've noticed that perhaps as much as Leon, but I'll give Leon the benefit of the doubt. He's on the ice with them and knows what's going on out there. But that's got to be such a huge relief to get a goal. And he has had chances. I mean, he did miss that open net against that. I can't remember which game it was. It was a month ago. So I hope that he is a legitimate top 6 player. I hope Leon is right and that all the hard work pays off. Because if he is, that's a game changer for the roster, right? Because then maybe there's some competition for spots up there, or you're able to slot guys in other positions. Did you say the thing about the parents that I sent you? That
nope. I did not. Do you want me to talk about it, or do you want to lay it on us?
Mention it quick.
Okay, go for it.
Said it. Podkolzin didn't say it. Chris Knobloch said it in his scrum that Podkolzin's parents have been here for 3 weeks, and this was their last night in town. They're going home tomorrow. So pretty cool that he gets the goal in front of them the last time they were going to be here. He's a tantalizing player, right? Because he's big and he appears to think the game okay. Just are the hands there? If the hands come around and the hard work pays off, then that is going to be pretty huge for this team moving along.
All right. Can I
Yeah, go ahead, Belsey.
I think part of the thing is that, Leon's the type of player that he wants to have a guy that's going to do a lot of the hard work to get into the corners, to get him pucks so that he can make plays. And if you looked at all of Leon's line mates over the course of the last 8 seasons that he's been a part of it, or 7 seasons, or whatever it's been, he's never had that guy. He's never had a guy that goes out of his way to go dig in the corners, to be physical, to get him pucks. Yeah, he wants to play with Connor because they think the same, and they're at a higher level than anybody else together. But a lot of players love that type of player because it makes the game easy for them. So if you look at, if you rewind back to Pittsburgh, you had Chris Kunitz. Kunitz wasn't ever a guy that was so flashy that he was there because he thought the same way as Crosby. He did things the same way as Crosby. He was a north-south guy that was hard to play against, and he went and got Crosby pucks, and he allowed him to make plays. And that's what you see with Podkolzin, is that's what he does. He knows his limitations as of right now. Like, I don't see him going out of his way to try to toe drag guys or dangle 5 guys. He gets the puck, he moves it to Leon, he goes to the net, and that's what makes him so good. And I think that's why Leon appreciates him so much, because it's the little details that make him a better player. And hey, at the end of the day, in a perfect world, Podkolzin's a 4th line player. I'm not going to disagree with that. But the reality is that we got a guy right now that one of the best players in the world likes on his line because he can grind, he works, he's got some speed, but he's definitely got tenacity, and he gets him the puck. And you can't take that away from him. And that's where the Oilers are at right now.
I have to say something.
Go nuts.
Really quickly before Reed jumps in. A guy with 1 goal and 5 assists in 22 games scoring a goal, a nice one, and getting high praise by to the Combine crew, and getting high praise for good reason tonight, is not a first or second liner. I'm just saying that. Go ahead, Reed.
I just will say, I wonder how many times in the past 9 seasons, or however long he's been here, wonder how many times in the past 9 seasons Leon Draisaitl has been happy with his line mates. Because he's often gotten the guys...
He's not happy in general. He's German.
Well, what did he say in the documentary? That he's got the reputation for being grumpy. And maybe that's true sometimes. So we don't have to revisit another comment.
My goodness.
All
right.
Go ahead. Yes, we have to see more from him. I just hope it's the start. I hope Leon's right. I hope it's the start of something to build on, because there has to be production. It can't just be forechecking and pucks that don't go in the net if you're going to be on that line consistently.
But that's all Chris Kunitz did. When Chris Kunitz was in Anaheim, the years that he won the Cup, he was a third-line player. That's what he was. He was. I just happened to play against him, so I know. But the reality is that he did really good things, and not every single time does a guy need to go out of his way to be super. Well, look at that. He played with Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, I know, but he's got 35 goals the one season, 68 points.
With Crosby.
We're talking about a guy who has a goal and 5 assists.
Well, hey, by this point, he's played in the league by like 8 years. We're talking about Podkolzin that's been in the league for what, 2? Like, you gotta let some stuff percolate here.
Okay. He had a great game, scored a big goal. I feel like he'll probably be the player of the game, brought to you by Damon Bunting Remax Elite. Reed Wilkins, last one for you. This, like you said, weird 5-day break between games. They don't play until Friday in Utah, and they hit off to that road trip where they're going to be in Colorado as well as Vegas. What do you anticipate from them? Do you think they learned from this? Do you think they've hit their stride a little bit? What would you say?
I hope so. Again, I liked early in the game that they seemed pretty determined to put pucks in and around the net. And, Quick had to be good, and there were some close calls. So that was a good mindset. I said going into Thursday's game that I hope they could win one of these 2 against Minnesota and the Rangers, and then you're at least above 500 with the mini break. And then Arvidsson and Hyman should be back. We didn't know for sure if Nurse was going to play, but I said Nurse as well. Yeah. And then maybe you could start building from there and get back to, more like we expected this team to look. And, there's still obviously some flaws with the roster, and they're going to need to stay healthy. I mean, I think we saw with Nurse out, they can't afford to miss anybody on the back end, but hopefully they can start to build, and hopefully it's a bit like last year where it's the time of year where the points start to get banked a little bit. But I think this was a good feeling tonight, the way they were, like they deserve to score 5 or 6 goals, quite frankly. I thought the way they played and the types of chances they generated, and again, I think they took advantage of some sloppy play from the Rangers. But other teams have taken advantage of sloppy play by the Oilers this year. So you got to do that.
Oh, they have.
Hopefully it's the sign of a turnaround, but they got to do it for several games in a row.
I like that, Riedrich. I like that a lot. All right, my friend. Thank you for hopping on tonight. You were excellent as always. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you on Monday, okay?
You're both wonderful.
Oh, lovely. We are both wonderful. He is wonderful. He is Reed Wilkins. And good to get some perspective from him. We're live on location at Kelly's Pub. We've got a few minutes left in the show. It is Winterval. It's wrapping up. Great festival downtown on a cold day in Edmonton with a lot of snow. Hernan Salas back at ESTHB. What are you laughing at?
I said you got to let it percolate. Now people are like, yeah, right. You got to factor in the percolation.
Right, boom, boom. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get to some business.
Out of control. I love it.
People are having a good time. We're having a great time here, and everyone listening and watching. And people who are here live on location are having an awesome, awesome time. Let's get to the player of the game, brought to you by Damon Bunting RE/MAX Elite. Damon Bunting, consistent, top-producing realtor in Greater Edmonton and among Western Canadian RE/MAX realtors. He and his team would love to help you find that home or make the move from your current one. It's community-driven, understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or visit his Instagram at Damon Bunting Real Estate. Hernan, Salas, who is the Damon Bunting RE/MAX Elite player of the game?
Yeah, a lot of options today, a lot of great performances, but I'm going to go with the captain. I thought off the first shift, he set the tone for his team. He was excellent in the first 3 shifts of the game and throughout the game. 2 goals, 1 assist, 20 minutes of ice time, 3 shots on net. He was a +3. He was excellent tonight, leading the charge. Connor McDavid is the Damon Bunting player of the game.
Very nice, Hernan Salas. Very nice. All right, Belzy, you and I have been on the air, I think, about 4.5 hours today.
Yes, we have.
It's been great. And you can go ahead. You can brag about your 70% ratio on today's
I was
Saturday picks.
At least you're finally admitting it, Tom.
You picked the favorites in 15 games. You're going to get 70%.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Because the reality is that the Panthers are the favorite. The Avs whooped them.
You called that one.
I picked that.
I called Edmonton. I called Calgary.
Sorry, you got 2 right.
I called Nashville.
Buddy. Great job. So you got 3 right of 15. That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. Those are big ones. Those are worth 2.5 each. All right. We've got 1 minute before we wrap from Kelly's. Just your final thoughts on this one. How do the Oilers go and approach this 5-day gap, if you will, between games before they hit the road and play Utah for the first time on Friday?
Get healthy. Have some up-tempo practices. They feel good about the way that they played today, and now it's got to translate every single day. So you show up at practice, it's got to be a day where it's up-tempo, it's upbeat, you've got energy to steal those lines from Guy Boucher. Energy, effort, enthusiasm. Make sure that you have all 3 of those things. And then when you get to the game, you're ready to go because you've had energy the whole time. And this is the one thing with the Oilers is that when they don't have that energy and they look lifeless, well, their game is la poo-poo.
La poo-poo. You had good energy, enthusiasm, and what was that last part? Energy, enthusiasm, and effort. Yeah, you had that all day.
Yes.
Like you always do. Great work as always, Belzy. Shout out to Kelly's Pub. Kelly, Scott, Pete, Jess, and Kim, everybody here who is excellent. There's Jess there. Jess, come say hi really quickly. Come say hi. Come in here and say hi really quickly as we wrap things up. All right, Jess. We're giving a shout out to everyone here. Why is this the best place to come downtown on 104th?
It's like family here. We have the best specials. Yeah.
And how's the night going for Winterval?
It's busy.
Okay, and I'm taking you away from your actual work, but just thank you for popping by.
I could use a second to...
Okay, take a deep breath. People are probably happy to see you.
Yeah.
Come on down to Kelly's Pub. You can hang out with Jess. She's great. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for having us.
All right. I should get back to work.
All right, there you go.
People are spilling beers everywhere.
Yes.
It's getting a little bit crazy.
Yes. Jess is fantastic.
Jared's
all right.
table just spilled.
Jared's table did. Oh, no. That means it's time to call it a night. That's going to do it. The Oilers win it 6-2 over the New York Rangers. 11-9-2 on the season. They hit the road for a 3-gamer. They go Utah for the first time ever. Denver to face the Avs, and then they get the Vegas Golden Knights. Belzy, great work today, my friend. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Same to you, brother.
Vasily Podkolzin, a huge goal, and really good to see. I know I say he's a 4th liner, but that's good. If he keeps doing that, that's great.
In a perfect world, he is.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
With you.
Exactly.
But
tonight,
however, where he is right now,
star tonight. He was great. McDavid, player of the game. Hernan Salas, great work. That's going to do it. We had a lot of fun today, and to everybody out there, stay warm, drive safe, be good, enjoy your Sunday as we say goodnight from Kelly's Pub. It is the GCL Diesel Oil Stream post-game show for Belzy and Hernan. I'm Tom Gazzola saying thank you as always, Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Ciao, ciao.